Hey y'all, Tommy Post here. Wanted to take a quick second to share a video about gripping your bow. It's one of those little things that people don't give a lot of thought to, but it's the basis for everything that you do. Well, this, wrapping your fist all the way tight around the grip right here, I'm sorry, but that's wrong. If you hold it too tight, what happens is you're anticipating your own shot. So you're going to have a natural flinching reaction as soon as you release. Holding tight. Okay? It's a little bit exaggerated, but try it a couple times and you'll see what I mean. Now, there's a lot of different ways to hold a bow out there. A lot of experts. But for me, if you take your palm and go just like this and turn about 45 degrees so that your knuckles, the top of your knuckles, is about 45 degrees, roughly. I mean, it's not exact. About 45 degrees in relationship to your bow, standing straight up and down. So if you take this part right here, that's the cutaway where your hand fits. You open up like this, bring that thumb in. See how my knuckles are just approximately 45 degrees? Well, what if you were to just touch off a couple of fingers? I personally like to do 2. Some people do 3. Some people just let their fingers stick out. Don't do this. Don't shoot like this. Because what's going to happen, and I've seen it many times, either the fletching from your arrows is going to touch your fingertips on its way out, changing the flight, or worse, you could have a broadhead cut your fingers off. I haven't seen that happen personally, but I've heard of people that it has happened to. So you want to keep those fingers kind of down here. You don't want them sticking out like this. There's another reason. Let me take my sling off. Some people, they like to hold their hand straight out like this with their fingertips. No good. Look at all this movement that you have here. Does that not change your draw length? Now, I'm not going to draw this because I don't have an arrow nocked. It's always bad practice. But imagine this, straight, straight, this. Draw length. Get used to wearing a sling. It'll keep you from bringing your hand up too high. What I like to do, and what I teach my kids, is almost like saying stop when you're going across a crosswalk. Stop. And then bring the fingers down just like that. Okay? That way your wrist takes a natural angle back, and there is no room for it to move forward or further back, hence giving you a solid draw length. Another thing that I find really funny is this. I'm going to do an awesome video and impress everybody, and I shoot, and then everybody's watching me, so I'm going to do it again. Shoot. Man, that's bull. If you're into hunting, don't think that you have to do this every time you take a shot, because you don't. You try doing that inside of a ground blind. First thing you're going to do, hit the fabric in front of you. Maybe hit the metal rod right under the window opening. It's useless. It's pointless. I'm looking forward to the not likes that I get for saying that. But it's the truth. What I preach is get used to drawing, not this. Okay, if you're doing that, you got too much poundage. Draw straight ahead, like this. Get tight, watch the deer. If you can't draw like that, you've got too much weight on your bow. All right, now, back to the grip. That bow is going to move a little in your hand. It is. But it's okay. keep a couple of fingers on just like this, 45 degrees. Then what'll happen is, if the rest of your form is good and your anchor points are good, when you release, that bow is naturally going to kind of jump forward, maybe from the bottom. Most of my bows kind of push from the bottom. But you're not influencing it by having too tight a grip. So, example. Like I said, forget this and forget this. Inside of a ground blind, it looks like this. Gently touch the fingertips, like so. Keep your bow right where you released it. Watch that arrow go, because if you start moving around too fast, believe it or not, it's going to see you. The doe, the buck is going to see you inside of your ground blind moving around. Stay still. Once you release, stay perfectly still. Till he runs off, she runs off, starts to die. Now again, you're sitting in your ground blind, you're watching out the opening, slowly raise up, choose your moment. When he's eating, he's looking the other way, whatever it's going to be, choose your moment. Okay? Same thing. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this inside my ground blind. And the last one. Same thing, stay tight. If you have a proper grip on your bow, you've already got a wall that your bow is sitting against. You can almost see it inside your own palm. There's a natural spot about 45 degrees. Palm readers would say it's a line that probably says you're going to have long life. But 45 degrees across your palm, just like so. Gently wrap that thumb around. I play guitar, so I'm used to doing this. I do 2 fingers. And that's it. We could walk down there and look at arrows, but it's not about grouping. This is only 40 yards. So, point is about gripping that bow. And don't think that you have to do that, because you don't. Just a thought for the day. Tommy Post. Deer season's on us. Happy shooting.